Hey guys, it's me again. Just really quick rant this morning. This message is for those of you guys who profess to be Christians, profess to belong to Jesus, profess to be believers, and are right now kind of celebrating the fact that the rapture has not happened yet. As many of you know, the Feast of Trumpets was like a big high watch date for many of us. I believe it has officially passed, although some people are saying that this being a Jubilee year, that the Feast of Trumpets could actually be 10 days later. I guess it could be, but regardless, for most people, the Feast of Trumpets have passed, and a lot of people were hoping that the rapture would happen during this time, myself included. I'm still sort of holding out hope that it could be, within the next week or so still. But my point is, though, if you claim to be a believer, and right now you're celebrating and laughing and saying, "I told you so," that it wouldn't happen, I strongly urge you to examine your heart. Because those who belong to Jesus will not be celebrating if the rapture doesn't happen on a date that people are expecting it to be. Regardless of what your stance is on the rapture, whatever trib you are. Well, true believers will be pre-trib, that's it. That's all there is to it, but that's a topic for another day. But if you truly belong to Jesus, if you're the bride of Christ, you will long for the groom. And if you're here laughing at others or thinking you're so smart, that you're so sophisticated, and then you're just here sort of just laughing because the rapture didn't happen while all these other Christians were so looking forward to it, I got news for you, sir. You're not truly saved. Examine your heart to see where your faith truly lies. If it's on your own goodness, if it's on your own works, maybe you said a prayer. You don't even know what being saved really means. Maybe you just go to church. Examine your heart. If you're happy about the rapture not happening, you do not belong to the Lord. So that's all I'm going to say to you guys. Now I want to speak to those of us who are, or were, or is looking for the rapture to happen, even within this season, even within this possible late Feast of Trumpets. I just want to encourage each and every single one of us to keep looking up, because the birth pangs are still here. They have not gone away. They have not slowed down. The world is worse than it was 2 years ago. Worse than it was even the beginning of this year. Evil is just becoming bolder and bolder. And here's the thing, guys. As I've been saying for many weeks, maybe even months now, and as I said in my previous video, we need to go directly to the source, which is Jesus, when it comes to determining the timing of the rapture. I believe that we can know the day and the hour. And I've said countless times that nobody knows the day or the hour. Does not have anything to do with the rapture. And generations have been brainwashed by Satan to believe that that's what it's talking about. It's not. We are that generation now who will see these things happen. Jesus kept it simple. Look for these signs: wars, rumors of wars, earthquakes, famines. But on top of all that, we have all these things lining up. The stage is set for the rule of the Antichrist. The technology is here. People's mindsets, people are conditioned to follow the Antichrist. Stories about aliens to cover up the rapture. UFOs, it's all lined up. So everything is here, it's in place. And if you've been following my channel, following me, you know that I posted a couple of videos over the past week about a couple of signs that I believe I got from the Lord. And I believe it was from the Lord because it's just mathematically impossible, the thing that happened to me about the 726 signs, which means harpazo. I want to encourage you guys to go directly to the Lord and ask for revelation. instead of putting our faith in these so-called watchmen guys. They've done their thing. They've kept us watching. The Lord has used them for that purpose, to keep our eyes on Jesus, to keep our eyes towards the skies. But now the Lord is saying, hey guys, stop looking to these guys, these clowns. Look to me. Look, me being Jesus. Look directly to the Lord. He's the one who is going to provide us with the true revelation. You know, it's sad for me to say this, but most of these watchmen guys, they're just building their brands. They're networking, supporting each other, aggrandizing themselves, putting themselves on pedestals, making themselves the source. Hey, if you want Rapture updates, if you want the Rapture resurrection report, really? You snot-faced, pig-faced man. Yeah, then watch my channel and make sure to donate to my ministry. That's what they do. You know, I've given them the litmus test over this past week, and I'm not going to get into details on that, but they failed miserably. You know, they're looking only for anything that will enhance their reputations, enhance their channels. You know, they're only looking for, anything that will give them more visibility. They're not searching for truth. They only want to provide news that's sort of shocking, findings that are sort of impressive and will get the Watchmen community talking. You know, they like to create buzz. That's what they do. I'm not really sure where they get all these things. They're very, very creative. They're very smart men. They had their purpose. They served their purpose. And now the Lord is telling us to look directly to Him for revelation. And I'm convinced that He will give us revelation. He will give us the day and the hour if we go directly to Him and seek Him earnestly, rather than putting our faith in these so-called experts, these self-proclaimed experts who think that they can, you know, read the stars. I mean, they're great at coming up with all these theories. I give them that. But they're not even humble enough to admit their mistakes. It's okay to be wrong. I keep saying that we can only be right once. But if you're wrong, just admit it. Don't say, oh, this is a good thing, there's something better. And we weren't really wrong technically because it actually led us to this. No, that's not how it works. So guys, I encourage us, please go directly to Jesus. Our relationship with Jesus is through His blood. We don't have to be anything special. We don't have to be great speakers. We don't have to be creative. We definitely don't have to be great con man to get revelation. So, you know, there's my short-ish rant. Keep looking up, guys. Keep looking up. I believe the signs I got from the Lord is to encourage, to keep our eyes in the skies, to keep looking up in spite of all these failed dates that these so-called watchmen guys have come up with. And I believe that the Lord can still speak through them, even if they don't believe half the stuff they're saying. So keep your eyes on Jesus. Ask Him directly for revelation. Don't be prideful. Don't be arrogant. Just be humble. And if the Lord chooses to speak through these con men even, maybe. But I highly doubt it. Just go directly to the source. Until next time, guys. Hopefully there won't be a next time.